and hit the music.
Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go. I can't hear you. Go New York, go New York, go. Say what? Go New York, go New York, go. Hustling hard, we show no fear, no shortcuts, always prepared. Madison Square, New York, we're here. All five boroughs, the love is thorough. New York forever, against whoever. God in the pink, see the orange blue letters? Go against the Knicks, then you go against us. Now stand up and tell us where you're from. Come on. Say what? I can't hear you. What did I hear? Say what, y'all? What did I hear? It wasn't quite clear. Sounded good to my ear. Come on. The Knicks don't run from the grind, come see us. Playing in the world most famous arena. Live from the wild best city in the world. Take the train to the game scene all around the world. The leaders of the pack, you can check the stats. You know where we from, tell them where we at. The magic is in the work. We are the center of the basketball universe. Come on! Go New York Knicks! Go New York! Ready, New York, come on! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, I can't hear you! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Say what? Go New York, go New York, go!
All right. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Uh, Biggest game of the Knicks' franchise history in 53 years. It is without a doubt a must-win game tonight in New York at the Garden. And I'm gonna tell you right now. Um, we heard everything about game number 3. We saw what the Spurs were able to get away with in game number 3, the absolute mugging. And listen, it was, I guess, appropriate that the crime committed by Wembanyama happened in Manhattan. I mean, the absolute assault and battery on Jalen Brunson. And we can talk about that all we want, because at the same time, Carl Anthony Towns was being assaulted at the same time. And you got 3 officials. They instituted a 3 official rule some time ago because they didn't want them to miss stuff like this. And how do you stand there and miss an obvious flagrant foul? 3 officials? Yeah. And people overlook that Wemby did the same thing to Jose Alvarado in game 2 in San Antonio and got away with it. So the antidote for that is going to have to be that Jeremy Shohan will have to be inserted into the game. It reminds me when a couple of baseball episodes, New York baseball episodes, when Roger Clemens threw the bat at Mike Piazza, or in his direction anyway. And it took, of course, that was the next time they faced the Yankees. That was in the World Series. Um, the Mets pitcher threw at Clemens weakly, though. And then when that bum of a baseball player, Chase Utley, essentially ended Ruben Tejada's career, the Mets shortstop at the time. And Noah Syndergaard threw at him. And so, fresh cut. So the Knicks have to respond. The NBA refused to respond, so the Knicks are going to have to respond. And that is where things can get out of hand. That's where it's all can get out of hand. And what what is needed? I'm gonna tell you what's needed. Here's what's needed right there. Those are you talk about Nick history. That right there, and I know he's on the outs with the organization, with Patrick Ewing and all. But that man right there, Charles Oakley, Charles, when this is he's not playing. Charles would not play games, and that's what exactly is what is needed tonight. A Charles Oakley type effort by one of the guys in white. Um, but they don't need finesse. They need the spirit of the 90s. They need Oakley. They need Anthony Mason. They need Patrick. They need John Starks, not the players themselves, but the mentality. Because somewhere along the way, the NBA decided that Wemby is untouchable. They decided that he's the future and the face of the league. And that they're going to do everything they can to A, protect him, B, coddle him, C, to help him win. And because of that, Knick fans are starting to wonder whether the same rules apply to them. And it hasn't, and it doesn't. We see game after game where Carl Anthony Towns is absolutely pummeled. Jalen Brunson is absolutely harassed, smacked around, and no calls. That's another reason why it's amazing they've gone this far and they're up 2-1 in the NBA Finals because they have not had the least bit of help from the officials. They've not had the least bit of a uh, good whistle, not even a home whistle. But that man, Charles Oakley, is the guy, and that's what if Jim Dolan, who decided to kill all the vibes by bringing the president to the game the other night, inviting the president to the game the other night, kill all the good vibes. If he if he really wanted to bring the good vibes back tonight, when those lights dim and they announced the Knicks beforehand, they should announce the 90s superstars that are there, the 90s legends, and dim the lights, darken the arena, and place a spotlight in which Charles Oakley would emerge. Do you know just on the momentum alone from that, they'd probably win the game. Be no question that they'd win. But game after game after game, Wimby is allowed to throw his elbows, all 7'4" of him, shove defenders, create contact, play with a level of physicality that would have drawn whistles if the name on the back of the jersey wasn't Wembanyama. That shove on Brunson, whew, the absolute takedown of Jalen Brunson was horrible. If Josh does it, it's a foul. If Mitch does it, it's a foul. If Cat does it, it's a tech. But Wemby, they say play on. And no, the answer isn't whining to the officials. It isn't begging the league office. It's just making Wemby uncomfortable. And Charles Oakley's Knicks would understand that. Every time Wemby catches the ball, put a body on him, put an elbow in his ribs. You got enough fouls to do it. You got a very willing Jeremy Shohan on the bench. You got a very willing Ariel Hawk-Porty on the bench, willing to do that. You got a very willing Jose Alvarado willing to do that. That's 18 fouls right there that you have at your disposal. But you got to make sure that one of those hits to the ribs takes the breath out of that guy for a while. You got to make sure it's a Charles Oakley type. Every time he drives, you got to make him afraid to come into the paint. You got to meet him there. Every rebound should feel like a street fight. Every possession should leave him utterly exhausted. And we've seen this guy. You can make him winded. You can make Wimby winded. They can't stand around. They have to attack. They got to make him defend. Attack his chest, attack his legs, attack his conditioning, run him through screens, force him to chase shooters, force him to defend cat. If he blocks a shot, so what? I don't care if he has 10 block shots. You got to go and get him. You got to make him pay. He's got to pay for this. And yes, he's got to pay for it with a loss. And listen. He's got to have something wrapped around his ribs at the end of the game. That's what we do. That's New York. Michael Jordan will tell you he never had a comfortable night at the Garden. Wemby's no Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was tough. He was tough. They've got this is the most important game this franchise has seen in its in 53 years. And something else that needs to be said. Something else that needs to be said. And that is Jalen Brunson has to be the captain. He has to be the man tonight. It has to be a huge, huge game tonight for him. They've already anointed Jalen as the king of New York. The murals are already up. The jerseys are everywhere. The chants shake the walls of the Garden. Grown men talk about him the way that previous generations talked about Clyde and Patrick and Willis. But tonight is where he has to earn it. This is not regular season. This is not the first round or the second round or the third round. This is the finals. He has to earn it not because talking heads crowned him, not because social media says he's that guy. Tonight is where legends are made. Game 4, the Garden, the Mecca, the world's most famous arena. They got to protect the crib. This is not a night for 24 points and a respectable box score. This is not a night for letting the game come to you. No, you got to go immediately into attack mode. I want 40 from him. I want something like 14 for 22 from the field. Very efficient. I want Brunson putting pressure on the rim from the opening tip. I want him hunting the mismatches. I want him dictating the pace. I want him playing with the mindset that there is no tomorrow because killers don't wait for opportunities. They create them. And while everybody's talking about Wemby, talking about blocks, talking about his length, talking about his future as the face of the league, the Knicks have to make him work for every second he's on the floor. You got to go back at him. I don't care how many shots he blocks, how many times he gets away with something. Crash the paint, throw bodies at him, make him run, make him defend, make him pick up fouls. Cat has to attack, not settle. He has to attack. He's got to get downhill. He got to put the ball on the floor, finish through the contact, knock down the open three when it comes, but first put pressure on that defense. Josh Hart has to be Josh Hart. OG has to be OG. Mikhail has to be Mikhail. They have to be the demons on defense. They got to hit their shots too. During the 13-game winning streak, they wasn't just winning the games; they were suffocating people. Rotations were sharp, closeouts were violent, passing lanes didn't exist. By the fourth quarter, their opponents were cooked. They were absolutely cooked, and that's what you want. That is exactly what you want. You got to have all the celebrities there again. sans the president, which is good. And maybe that's part of the problem. 'Cause they're the only ones that could afford the tickets, huh? But that's what you're gonna have. I didn't even know Timothy Chalamet was a Knicks fan until this year. But they gotta have 48 minutes of pressure. The bench, Deuce got it. He and Landry disappeared last game. They got to find it again. Mitch pretty much disappeared too last game. He's got to do what he does. Alvarado, Clarkson, every one of them has a role. They all have a moment that's waiting for them. Every one of them can leave their fingerprints on this game. They got away from what worked in stretches of game 3. Too much standing, too much watching, too much isolation, too much waiting for Brunson to make the play. Can't happen tonight. Move bodies, move Wemby. Attack the basket, attack the glass, attack the moment because the city's ready. They're ready to celebrate, as we know. And I don't want to hear about the fans who allegedly attacked certain Spurs fans. We also learned that some of those moments, at least, were set up by streamers and so-called social media influencers. It's not excusing violent behavior in any way because I'm not doing it. It's ridiculous when fans attack other fans simply because they wear a different jersey. But you also don't go into a situation where you got all these people on the street wearing these Knicks jerseys, and then you see what happened with Wemby, what he did to Jalen Brunson. It's just like you're trying to provoke something. Then you wind up getting stomped out. That's a you problem. And Knick fans, no, 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 no. Mm-mm. I see all the social media commentary. Oh, the fans, this and that, and even some of the Spurs and some of the commentators and ex players. Oh, that's just wrong. It is wrong, but don't discount the provocation, and don't expect people to. Unfortunately, don't expect them to be, to just let things go. They're not the NBA, where the NBA is letting Wemby do whatever he wants to do. Wemby can come from the top rope and elbow somebody in the head, and he won't be called for anything. But again, the one question from me, is whether Jalen Brunson is ready to deliver the performance that turns King of New York from a nickname into a fact. We got to find out tonight. We got to find out whether Jalen is simply a star or whether he's a killer. And it's not a criticism of Jalen Brunson at all. He is the borrow Reggie Jackson's old phrase. He is the straw that stirs the drink. There's no question about it. He is a star. He's got to cement that superstar title. He's got to cement it. He's got to do it tonight. There's no more waiting. Shula King has something to say about it all too. And let's check him out.
Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying is if the New York Knicks win this, you got to admit that this is well deserved. New York ain't been nowhere near the playoffs or the playgrounds. They ain't been them nowhere near the kid and play for a long time. It's been a while. They ain't been around since the 90s, bro. All I'm saying is if they pull this off, it'll be well deserved. Well deserved. And I'm going to tell you now, if New York wins it all, understand that there are going to be a lot of Timberlands out here. Because I'm seeing all of the New York Knicks hats popping up everywhere. Every time you turn around, I've been a Knicks fan since 1870, all of that. Everybody's, yeah, that's cool. It wasn't none of that. all before. Now they back. It's a lot of sales going up. Understand that this is the middle of the summer. It's gonna be a lot of Timberlands. It's gonna be a lot of hoodies. You know what I mean? The sales for the Wu-Tang 36 chambers is gonna be skyrocketing. There's gonna be a lot of New York. You understand what I'm saying, son? It's gonna be a lot of New York in the air out here. You know what I'm saying? Word to my mother, it's gonna be real New Yorkie out here. So protect your neck on some real, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what
They
it
deserve
is. Yes, they do.
Hey, taxi! Take me to the garden and hit the music.
Come on, go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go. I can't hear you. Go New York, go New York, go. Say what? Go New York, go New York, go. Hustling hard, we show no fear, no shortcuts, always prepared. Madison Square, New York, we're here. All 5 boroughs, the love is thorough. New York forever, against whoever. God in the pink, see the orange blue letters? Go against the Knicks, then you go against us. Now stand up and tell us where you're from. Come on. Say what? I can't hear you. What did I hear? Say what, y'all? What did I hear? It wasn't quite clear. Sounded good to my ear. Come on. The Knicks don't run from the grind, come see us. Playing in the world's most famous arena. Live from the wild best city in the world. Take the train to the game scene all around the world. The leaders of the pack, you can check the stats. You know where we from, tell them where we at. The magic is in the work. We are the center of the basketball universe. Come on! Go New York, go New York. Ready, New York, come on! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go! I can't hear you! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Say what? Go New York, go New York, go!
There you go. There you go. So tonight, game 4, Garden, it's gonna feel like it's gonna be out of this world. The Garden's gonna be out of this world. Because one thing that we all know, and all those who are gonna be at the game, this is the most important game in 53 years for this franchise. That's what we all know. And I'm not in the prediction business, but I'd be shocked and saddened if they didn't win tonight. Go New York, go New York, go. We'll see you Friday on Let It Be Known. Thanks for
Let's go! Let's go, Flav. Hey!